Hey lovelies, you're welcome back to Reviews and Recaps. Today we're going to be talking about Stormi confronting Melody and how Melody deals with it. Now, it's crazy because I'm just like the audacity of Stormi, but we're going to talk about it in a second. But first of all, make sure you like, share, leave a comment in the comment section below, and also don't forget to hit that subscribe button if you haven't already, and tap that bell button right next to it so you know every single time that I post. Now let's get into today's video. If you guys have seen the OWN trailer, you would know it is the gift that keeps on giving. There was a lot that happened in that trailer and it was chaotic in my opinion. Now the part I really want to talk about is they were on a girls trip. Everyone was like seated at the dinner table and it looks like Stormi was confronting Melody about the situation with Miss Black Titanic. So she had the audacity to say one of Melody's fans came to her warehouse with her cell phone, recording her and her friend, and how she basically got charged for harassing communications. Also in that scene, you will see Dr Chanita, who's Melody's friend, stood up for Melody and said it's not Melody's fault. You would then see that Stormi replies and says Melody should state where she stands. And I'm like, are you all right, ma'am? She does not have to do anything. And it's interesting because Melody said she does not have to state ish. And I absolutely agree with her. Let's not act like Stormi's mother has not been coming for Melody since the beginning of the show. The mom is always in groups, dogging Melody out. Did Stormi come out and say ish? No. Did Stormi come out and say, mother, you need to stop coming for my castmate? No, she did nothing. She let her mother continue to dog her out. Let's not forget Melody's event. Stormi brought her hating ass mama to the event to dog Melody out. Did she say, mama, stop calling her out, she's not done anything wrong to me? You just sat there and kick it, and then you're now expecting for Melody to stand up and say what? Melody to stand up and defend you? The audacity. I can't lie, this trailer got me heated, especially that scene, because I don't like hypocritical people who do not use the same logic, the same expectation they have of people and does not apply it to themselves. When have you defended Melody? When have you come out to say ish? Were you not the same person in earlier scenes kicking it with Martell, knowing fully well it was about the revenge piece situation? Why didn't you stand up for ish then? But you have the audacity to come in front of her to dog her out and confront her? I'm like, how many times have fans of Stormi dogged Melody out in the comments? Does she come out to you, Stormi, and say, oh, your fan has done this to me. Why would you let this happen? Why could you not stand and fight for me? Of course not. You're on a reality TV show. If you don't want to be on a reality TV show, get out. Get lost. There is no reason for you to be on a show and not be able to deal with that. If it annoys you so much, delete it. There are times that people say some crazy ass ish in my comments. I'm not out here being like, oh, Melody's fans, or oh, Stormi's fans are dogging me out, or Tisha's fans are dogging me out. Who cares? Delete it if you want to delete it. Block them if you want to block them. Sometimes I ain't got to say nothing because people in the comments, shout out to you guys. You guys jump in there and you respond. So most times I don't even have to do ish. And I appreciate every single one of you that do that. So I don't understand how she had the effrontery, the audacity to be like, this is a topic for conversation where I'm going to confront you about a fan. Do you know how stupid that sounds? You are going to confront me about a fan. Now, I'm not saying Melody is Beyonce, but who have you ever seen Beyonce being confronted about anything someone in the Beehive does? Absolutely not. She doesn't speak for everybody within that may be her fan. She doesn't. Everyone is their individual and they are entitled to act the way they choose to act. That is why there is free will. Let's not act like Melody is a puppeteer and is pulling the strings of people and saying, ooh, do this, come for Stormi, do this. Nobody is doing all of that. Nobody has time. That woman is busy. She has 4 children. She is busy. She has a thriving business. She ain't got time for that. It is not her fault. And I just think it's a reach. The way everyone is trying to come for Melody and the millimeters this season, it's exhausting. And I don't know who put the battery in Stormi's back to feel like, yo, now we gotta stop. Like, let's not act. Do you think Melody is your friend? She ain't your friend. She is not your friend. So, like, you expect her to come and now defend you? She ain't got to do all that. She doesn't have to. If she feels like she needs to step in, she would. But what's benefit to her is that she steps in when you guys don't correct people that say inaccuracies about her. If anything, you sit and kiki in front of Martell's face and make it seem like Martell is an angel and she's the demon. So I'm not sorry. Essentially, you can't expect something from her that you are unwilling to give. Let's not act like you couldn't have handled the situation with Miss Black Titanic very differently. You could have said, ma'am, please leave this place, blah, blah, blah. Instead, you were cursing her, you were crying, you were escalating things for no reason. You could have gotten security and said, security, take care of it, right? Instead, you put yourself in that situation. And at what point do you take accountability for the way you act? It's not okay to be overly led by your emotions, then blame everyone around you like it is their fault that you were led by your emotions. Nobody forced you to act the way in which you acted. Like, think about a world where, yes, somebody came with cameras trying to check your wells. It is a private property. I'm so sorry you cannot be here. If you decide to continue to stay on the property, I'll have no option but to call the police because you are trespassing. That is very clear. That is very direct. There's no need for the dramatics. Let's not act like Miss Black Titanic, or let's not act like Miss Black Titanic came there and was screaming and shouting in your face. Nah, that's not what happened. So it's like, there's no reason for you to escalate it and then be shocked if she decides to press charges against you. I do think people are used to doing things and expecting no consequences. The thing is, there are consequences for your actions. You are not just going to kiki and sit down and do anything you feel like doing and feel like there's not going to be consequences. There are consequences. So you should take responsibility for you getting that charge of harassing communications. That has nothing to do with Melody. That has nothing to do with Miss Black Titanic. That is on you. I feel like the earlier Stormi stops blaming it on everyone else and looks inwards, like, okay, is there something I need to work on? I have a temper. What can I do to be better at this? Maybe I need to not be the face of it. Maybe I need to be a little bit removed from the business. Maybe I need to be working back at the back end. Nobody needs to see me on the front end. Maybe I don't need to be directly associated with Canvas Beauty. Let's not forget recently how someone slid in her DMs about not getting her package and when it's going to come. And she was talking about the person being blocked and blah, blah. I'm like, is this how you handle your customers? Like, even if these were old customers from when you had issues, this is not how you treat them. So it's like you clearly have an issue and you should employ people who have the temperament to handle such things. You clearly don't have the temperament, and that is okay. We all have our strengths and weaknesses, right? But I feel like some people, instead of accepting their strength and their weakness and then figuring out how to hire people to handle the bits that are their weaknesses, they struggle with that. Like, think about Marceau now with managing of Black. Clearly, whatever you're doing is not working. How about you get somebody who has managed businesses, who has dealt with the local authority, who knows how to navigate that space and get all the right licenses for things at the right time, all that kind of stuff. That's why you employ someone that is able to do those things so that you can do the bits that you do best. And this is the problem. I feel like this is why a lot of businesses don't succeed. Sometimes you're the idea, but you may not be able to execute properly, right? So get someone who is good at executing things, who is good at managing things, who is good at making things happen. I have a friend who has an amazing successful business, and this is why he does. He knows that he's the idea. He has great ideas. He knows how to do ideas, but doesn't know how to make them happen on paper. So guess what he does? He employs excellent staff to make it happen for him. And guess what? He's making back. So I just feel like Stormi needs to get to that point where accept what your weaknesses are. We all have them. And then find someone who can do that. So I just think it's a drag for her to be coming for Melody, trying to blame her for Miss Black Titanic. Imagine Melody starts blaming all of the people. You might think Melody is loved by all, and she is. She's loved by a lot of people, but she's also hated by a lot of people as well. So people stay in messages and stuff saying a whole bunch of nonsense. But guess what? She curates her space. I'm sure she blocks people when they're trying to disturb her peace. That's what she needs to do. She needs to curate her space and stop blaming everyone else. Now, guys, I know I got a bit heated in this video. It's just I'm tired of this blame melometers business. I'm tired of the disingenuousness, if that's even a word. Maybe disingenuity? I don't know. I'm tired of it all. Like, I'm tired of someone basically coming to come and play in people's faces and try to blame Melody for something a fan did. Like, are you serious? That is dragging things too far, and I'm not here for it. Anyways, that is all I have to talk to you guys about today. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and tap that bell button right next to it so you know every single time that I post. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below, and let's continue the conversation in the chat, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Thank you. Bye.